Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. My name is Belle and this is the Belle Perspective. So today we are doing a review on Ready to Love season 6. I think this is episode 5, I believe, either 4 or 5. So it's called Party Crashers, and I think it was named after the women that came into the party, but it really wasn't a party crash because they all knew that they were coming. But whatever, we're just gonna go with it, right? Okay, so guys have the power this week. There's been a couple of new people that have been added to the fray, and I did not review last week. I had a lot going on, so I didn't set up a review. But Eric is a new person and Carmen is a new person. So the people that I mentioned, those are the new folks that were added to the show, and there are 2 additional people that were added to this episode as well. Anywho, so let's get into it. So a lot of the women have been complaining about Wiley being too young. And so I guess Tommy decided that he was going to do him a little favor and send him someone who's around his same age. And that person's name is Tina. So Wiley goes on a blind date with this young woman named Tina. I think Tina's 31. She has a daughter. She was in a relationship with a guy who ended up cheating on her while she was 6 months pregnant. Disaster. Tina walks in, a va-va-voom, all of the girls are out, okay? She had all the girls out, and contacts. And I'm really starting to think that colored contacts is like a thing that DC women do. I live here, but I'm not from here, and we didn't do contacts. We stopped doing contacts like in 7th grade. So anyway, I don't know what that's about, but I guess it's a thing here, whatever. Yeah, so she's around his age. Wiley was smitten. He was giggling. I want that Martin and Gina love, which I hate when people say they want Martin and Gina love. What about Martin? Like, literally think about Martin as a man. What about him is really what you want in a man? Child, I don't want nothing about Martin. I don't want him at all. I don't want Martin Gina love. But anyway, that's what they talk about at the table with Wiley and Tina. Again, Wiley was smitten. I don't think Tina really felt the same way. And I'm going to tell you why in a little bit later. Yeah, I think she was kind of like entertaining him, but I don't feel like she felt the same way. Anyway. Yeah, I didn't see a mutual spark. So Donovan and Princess. So Donovan is a new addition, and Princess goes on a blind date with him. With Precious, I literally had secondhand embarrassment for her. Because of her, she laid all of her stuff on the table. And when I say all her stuff on the table, she put all her stuff on the table. It was up for grabs, okay? Oh my gosh, she was acting and doing entirely too much. She had mentioned so many sexual innuendos. You know, am I too tall for you? Is what like one of the things she said. You know, but we're all the same height. You know, when we're laying horizontally. Girl, what? Girl, what? Do you feel what I'm feeling? Girl, what? Stop. Girl, what? Why? Girl, what? No, girl, what is going on? Girl, what we doing? Girl, what we doing here? Girl, don't do that no more. Girl, it was just secondhand embarrassment. I literally was cringing. I was yelling at the TV like, dear God, when is this going to be over? Okay, please soon. He was not picking up what she was putting down at all. Like, he just kind of just kept giving her this blank stare, and it was so embarrassing. I'm like, sis, read the room. He is not feeling you. Stop embarrassing yourself. She said that her last relationship was 9 years ago, and then the last time she had, you know, the adults play activity, it was 6 months. I'm like, so wait a minute now, you carried a one, you ain't been in no, what? Okay, girl, I don't have time, girl. The math ain't mathing, and you embarrassed yourself. You really did. And I had secondhand embarrassment watching it. And I really like Precious. I really like Precious. I think she, originally when she was first presented, I thought she had like a level head, but she really showed some interesting characteristics that I was not necessarily expecting this episode. So, Donovan is a realtor in Florida. They call it realtor. It's a real. We put a U in it. I don't know why. Donovan is a realtor, okay, but a realtor. He is attractive looking. He's very soft. I don't know how to explain it. He's very soft and well kept. Yeah, I'll just say that. Or just, you know, softer on the edges, I guess. And I'm not talking like big. He just comes off very moisturized, which could be a good thing, you know, depending on who's asking. He was married for 10 years, I think he said. And Precious was like, okay, so it was a mutual, just what happened? He was like, it was complicated. I made some mistakes. Oh, hold on. Sorry. Okay. Sorry, I was having some issues there. That was weird. Anyway, with my camera. So, he was like, it's complicated. I made some mistakes. You know, it was a little complicated. And then just move right past it. First of all, what does that mean? Because when people say I made some mistakes, specifically when men say I made some mistakes, that 9 times out of 10 mean he done cheated. Just say it. Just fess up. Just say what you gonna say, right? And then making it a little complicated, that's so vague. And then Precious, why didn't you ask the questions? Like, I don't. And then, so she asked, what are you looking for? And his response was an interview question answer. It was, you know, I'm looking for a team player. A team player? What? He just was not attractive. And I feel like he would fit in very well with the bunch, the motley crew that he's about to meet. But like actual dating in real life, he would not. He's not. He's not. Okay, then camera pans over to Joy and Laverne. They're doing pottery classes, which I totally want to do. I totally want to do some pottery classes. I have not done pottery since like elementary school. That looks really fun. Looks really, really fun. I like to get my hands dirty, you know, well, depending on the situation, right? Because I don't really like doing that. Not like that. But pottery, that's cute. You know, we're making something, we're doing something. It's pretty cool. So anyway, pottery date was so cute. Joy, what is up with these women making these sexual innuendos? Like, for some reason, I guess women who don't really know how men operate, or just people operate in general, or have this false sense of what men want. They think that all they walk around is thinking about sex, and if they put it out on a table or joke about it, that's what makes them a little bit more attractive. And they couldn't be any further from the truth. Like, how far away from the truth can you be? Joy with her inappropriate comments. And I'm thinking to myself, why put sex on the table? Why put it on the table? You know what I'm saying? If you're really serious about this person. Now, if you two mutual adults, consenting mutual adults of adult age, and y'all don't really, you know, we just want to, you know, we about that right now, fine. But if you're really truly looking for someone, like a mate, like a real partner in life, don't put sex on the table until you're really ready. And that's not in the first couple of weeks, first couple of days that you meet that person. It's just, anyway. Don't talk about it unless you're ready to put out, okay? That's what I was told a long time ago. Do not talk about sex unless you're ready to put out, because that's what they're going to be expecting. All they're going to be able to hear is sex. You talk about sex, it's like kids with candy. You mention candy, kids can't hear nothing else but candy until they get it. And then by then, they lose interest after you done gave it to them. They're not paying attention no more because they got what they wanted, and they on off to the next thing, right? Anyway, Joy talks about, you know, when's his last relationship. Laverne says at his big age, 44, that he's never been in a real relationship. What? So basically what you're saying is that you've had situationships for the last 20-something years, or however plus whenever you started dating. I would just imagine and say that he started dating at like 20 or whatever, 22. For the last 22 years, you've only had situationships. At your big age of 44, that's a red flag. And Laverne is an attractive man to me. Laverne is very attractive. but he's a walking red flag. Again, this motley crew that they have on Ready to Love, in real life, they're all walking red flags. I would not date any. I would not encourage any man or woman, cis heterosexual. I would not encourage any person to date any of these people on this cast. Okay? In real life, don't do it. They red flags. I think it may be only 1 or 2 people on the show that I think, okay, cool, maybe 3, and they all end up getting voted off anyway. So that just shows you. Yeah, a red flag. I just can't. I just can't with him. So then AP and Demetrius. Every time I see Demetrius, I just want to draw his eyebrows on. I'm like, I got Benefit Brow in my bathroom. I can go and I got the thing. Let me get these eyebrows for you. This man has no eyebrows. I do not think Demetrius is attractive at all. I'm gonna just be honest with you. I don't think he's attractive. I think that I'm not trying to go. I don't want to get on my colorist soapbox. I'm not gonna do it. But I will say that in Black culture, what is considered attractive for male and female standards, females need to be lighter skinned. For male, they need to be darker skinned. So no matter what you look like in your face, as long as you have those 2 complexions, you have the proper specific complexion details per your gender, you're considered attractive, right? Demetrius is not attractive. He not. But if other people think so, fine. It may be a part of some programming that needs to be reprogrammed, but okay. And so because he's a dark-skinned man, quiet, you know, what do you call him, dark and mysterious, he has this mysterious vibe to him, but what it really is, it's not mystery. It's really, I'm sitting back and I want you to approach me because I think I'm better than you. That's really what it is. But he has this arrogance, and I saw it when he was out on the date with AP. So let me start off by saying I like AP, and I think she's one of the normal people, and I feel like she's gonna get voted off. I really do. Number 1, she's normal. Number 2, she's not ready to love. I think she's still dealing with the death of her husband. She was married for, I think, 12 years. She has 2 children from that marriage. Her husband was 14 years her senior. In the date with Demetrius, she literally was like, you know, you can be your Superman, but I'm not the Lois Lane type. Girl, like, girl, men know we don't need their ass. Girl, men know that we don't need them. Well, minus the men who, like Paul, who only look for women who could potentially need them. But anyway, again, we'll talk about that a little bit later. I mean, real men know we don't need their ass, okay? But girl, you don't say that. girl, like, what? You don't do that. Why? That's like going to your nail tech and being like, girl, I can do this myself. Girl, why? Like, obviously you can do it yourself, but you're here, right? Because you want the service. You want, right? Not need. Not need. Want, right? Girl, you, just for her saying that, I'm like, she's not ready. She not ready. Like, girl, no, don't do that. Don't do that. I don't need a man to complete me. Like, she really went on this whole diatribe. I don't need a man to complete me. You could be Superman, but I'm not about to be Lois Lane. And Demetrius was like, well, damn. Well, are you affectionate? What do you want? What can a man do for you, right? But the way that he was talking to her in other ways, like when she mentioned that her husband had passed, his response to her was just so inappropriate. Like, I just felt like he wasn't handling her with grace. I think he was being his arrogant self. I think the only reason why he went on a date with her is to oblige her because she wanted a date with him. I think she had been in contact with him before, and so he just wanted to oblige her, I guess. And so he was kind of like handling her in that way, like I'm doing you a favor. Like, that's the way he spoke to her, to me, and I didn't like it. AP is not ready to love, and I didn't see any romantic chemistry between the two of them. And there's nobody on Ready to Love is for AP. AP, I really want you to get your outfits together, girl. I really want you to get your outfits together, girl. I can dress like this. I'm on YouTube, girl. It ain't nothing going on over here, girl, but you was on TV. Girl, you was on Oprah's network, girl. You need to get yourself together, girl. You should have got you a stylist before you got your ass up on TV, girl. Because with them granny ass child at this little beach house party, or not beach house, this little lake house party, girl, she had on these granny sandals. I was looking at her like, AP, ma'am, no ma'am. Ooh, auntie, what? No. Anyway, she you on TV, girl. Okay, beautiful woman, beautiful woman, very smart, gorgeous. But we just not here for it. Okay. Anyway, sorry, I have my window open and I'm hearing stuff going on. I'm like, what the hell? Oh, it sound like dogs. Okay, whatever. I don't know. Yeah, I think it's dogs. They barking. Okay, I was like, is that geese? Just 8 o'clock at night? What the hell? Anyway, whatever. It's dogs. Okay, so sorry, I'm also looking down at my notes just to make sure I don't miss anything. Okay, so we get to the lake house. All the guys are there first. They're like, oh, we're gonna meet as guys, we're gonna hang out, we're gonna do da 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 da. You know, guys are just being guys. Eric is cooking, he's a professional chef. It was really cute. I really liked him and Dakia. They went on a date last week or the week before, I can't remember. Went on a date. It was really cute. I love their energy together. They have a lot in common. I'm really hoping that it works out between the two of them. So Eric is cooking and all the guys are kind of like just hanging out, enjoying, you know, the lake house, enjoying themselves. Tommy shows up in this boat with a turtleneck on, and it looked like it's about 85 degrees outside. Child, Tommy, if Tommy ain't gonna do nothing but show up and act just extra, he gonna do that. Okay, that's his job. Come up and act. That's what's on the script. Show up and act extra, period. Okay, so the women arrive, party crashers, whatever, like the guys didn't know that they were coming because Troy ends up getting Sabrina cupcakes. How did you know why did you bring cupcakes if you didn't think she was gonna be there? All right, nice try, producers, but you didn't get us. Anyway, so Eric and Dakia goes into the kitchen as Eric is cooking for the Motley Crew. It was so cute. They was just talking, and Eric basically tells her, or Dakia's like, you know, how would you handle conflict? You know, if we are possibly able to, you know, possibly get into a relationship, how would you handle conflict? And he was like, no, not possibly. And she was like, well, what you talking about? He was like, no, we are definitely going to be in a relationship. I was like, okay, Eric. Okay. You know, okay. We'll see. You know, so it was cute. I really like their energy together. It's cute. And then Carmen walked in. When I tell you I don't like this lady, Carmen, I think I mentioned this in my last video. I really feel like I did, because I was like, and then Carmen. Moving on, right? That's exactly what I was doing, because that's all I felt like. Carmen. Okay, moving on. So she walks in, boobs out. No, she got body on her. She got a little body, yaddy yaddy. But she got to, because yeah, Carmen comes in. This is literally what Carmen says. I saw a little Dakia in there talking, breathing him. It was time for her to move on. So you playing the villain? That's what they hired you for? Okay. I feel like that's what they hired her for, because that was just so okay, girl. Anyway, so Carmen comes in, throwing boobs everywhere. The kid's looking like, girl, what? All right, girl, I'm about to go. First of all, the kid, you look so pretty, girl. So go ahead, girl, stretch your stuff. But she decides, she's like, hey, you know what, Eric, we can talk about it later. You come find me when you're ready. I thought that was very classy, because honestly, I don't girl, I'm finna go. If Eric is interested, he'll come find me. Right? He'll find me. Plus, there's nothing I need to do. I already know Eric is interested. So I ain't worried about you, girl. Because you're looking real thirsty right now. Let me have your bottle of water for your thirst. Because she was just looking, it was just ridiculous. She's the type of person who I only want what others want kind of woman, if that makes sense. She's one of those, I'm gonna pick the one that everybody else wants. I don't necessarily want him myself. I just want to be able to say that I beat all the other women out. It's not about this man, it's about the woman. Just insecure ass. Anyway, AP and those grandma shoes. I was just like, AP, why? You didn't feel awkward? You seen everybody else decked out and that's what you had on? That's what you brought on? Okay, girl. Donovan meets Takia. He likes her. It was cute. He was cute. Uncle P and Tina. So Tina is the girl that had a date with Wiley. Uncle P rolls up. He's got this like turban on. First of all, he looked exactly like R. Kelly. Like, we're not about to sit up here and play like he don't look like R. Kelly. So Uncle P rolled up on Tina. That's the first person I'm like, he is such a predator. Like, ew. He only wants to talk to women who he feels he can be superior over. He wants to have that power play. He purposely sought out Tina. Like, yes, she's beautiful, but it was just creepy. It was just very creepy. Anyway, apparently she has daddy issues because she's interested in him and she likes older men. Okay. Girl, he's 48 and you're 31. That is more, that's something, I find that so disturbing when that age gap is that big. I find it so disturbing. 5 years is like the max. Maybe, let me say 6 years. 6-7 years, that's that cutoff. Anything more than that, you start getting into the double digits, I'm questioning his morale at this point. And I'm questioning his morality. I really am. So Uncle P gets Tina's number. He's talking about something. The younger they are, the more trouble they are. Uncle P, what? He's so disgusting. I'm so disgusted by him. Yeah. Okay, Tori and poetry. He doing poetry with Ace. Now the thing about Ace, she funny acting. She really is. She one of them type of women who'll be like, yeah, oh my God. She'll pump you up in your face and then talk about you behind your back. I know that for a fact. She did that with Cornelius, the one that got voted off, Cornbread Fed. She said in the confessional, oh my gosh, we connected. I got his number. He was handsome, blah, blah. And then when she got with Tommy, she was like, it was okay. I'm like, girl, what? Why you ain't say that in your confessional? Anyway, so she's one of those type of people that will hype you up and then be like, child, you know, as soon as you walk away or whatever. So Ace all right. She okay. She not really my type time, but whatever. Precious. I knew Precious was going home. Number one, from the blind date, I was like, Precious is going home. Then she started just walking around and like just being inappropriate. She went up to Uncle P and was like, what's it gonna take for me to get you out this t-shirt? Because Uncle P was walking around with a t-shirt on. I was like, girl, that's Uncle P, girl. Ew. And he was like, oh, you know, basically he told her relax. And he was like, I'm gonna go mingle with some people and I want you to do the same. I was like, damn. And then she went over to Wiley, and by then I guess her voice had been shot, so she started sounding like one of them old aunties that smoke Newports or whatever. Wiley, Wiley, Wiley. Oh, I can't even do it. My throat. Oh my God, it was so ew. It was so nasty. Then she went over to Demetrius and was being all inappropriate with him, and he basically gathered her. I was like, how embarrassing, Precious. What are you doing? What are we going through, girl? What is going on? What is going on? Anyway, it was just entirely too much, too soon, too fast, unexpected. Girl, my virgin ears. I cannot, right? Yeah. Girl, it's got to be bad when Uncle P telling you to go mingle with somebody. got to be bad when Uncle P telling you to go on, girl. He basically told her to go on. Dear God. Anyway, so Sabrina and Tori talk. Tori brings her cupcakes. Cupcakes that he didn't know if Sabrina was gonna be there. The women crashed the party. Anyway, they be playing in our faces all the damn time. I don't see the chemistry there. I don't see it, but whatever. Demetrius pulls Sabrina aside and they have a conversation. Sabrina's surprised because Demetrius usually isn't the one that's, you know, reaching out. He's not showing a public display, and that to me shows you he's not interested like that, and he just wants some power. So he did a lot of power plays in this episode because the men are in power, and so because the men are in power, he can pretty much handle people the way he wants to because there's no repercussion from it, right? I'm not a big fan of Demetrius. I want to be honest with you. Laverne, everybody noticed Laverne was acting off, acting different. Demetrius went over to Laverne and asked, hey, man, are you okay? Laverne said, yeah. Gave his whole, yeah, man, I'm fine. You know, sometimes you got to sit back and, you know, soak up vitamin D and just chill and blah, blah, blah. But Laverne is not interested. Laverne is not interested in any of these women. He's just here for the show. Because he's in power and he's not being voted off this week, he doesn't have to be the extra person, you know, that he wants to try to portray himself to be. He can just sit back and enjoy for this week, right? Yeah. Sorry, I'm looking over so I can make sure I got my notes. Clifton and Joy were flirting, being inappropriate per usual. Whatever. Just stop. Okay, so then we get to the table where all the men are talking, and they are looking to, give me one sec, let me just grab this. Okay, they're looking to determine who's going to be voted off and who's going to stay. So from the list of people that the guys are feeling, Tina, which is the new girl that just came, that had the blind date with Wiley. So Paul and Wiley are feeling her. Uncle P. I'm finna call him Uncle P from now on. Okay, Uncle P is feeling Wiley. I'm sorry. Uncle P is feeling Tina, and Uncle P and Wiley's feeling Tina as well. They both kind of looking like, what you mean? Huh? That was kind of funny. That'll be interesting to see how that play out. Dakia, Eric was like, I can't stop thinking about her. I'm like, oh my God. Now, mind you, while they were in the kitchen, Carmen was almost like trying to twist his arm and basically say, who's your number one? Who's your number one? Do you like her? Do you like her? Apparently they knew each other from before, and they flirted, you know, for several years, and he's worked for her. So I guess he's done some, you know, cooking or something like that for her for an event or something, or maybe even for her personally. She literally twisted his arm. Who do you like? I know me, of course. I'm number one. I'm like, girl, first of all, let me tell you something. If you've been in a man's life for all this time and he's never tried to approach you or never tried to make it a thing, he ain't feeling you like that. Men ain't, they not about, I know this one dude, I just be like, every time, I only see him once a year. I haven't, you know, he does my taxes for me. I just send him my tax stuff. I'd be like, here you go. I just email him my taxes stuff. I don't even see him. Every time he emails me back and says, you know, I need to meet up with you and da 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 da. Sir, I don't even respond. I don't even respond. You're not interested. If you were, and I have a boyfriend now, but if you were interested when I was single, anyway, he's been doing my taxes for like 10 years. Child, boy, going on. I'm damn near married now. Go on somewhere, child. I ain't got time for you. How much am I gonna get in my refund? Oh, okay, thank you. Bye. Child, bye. Anywho, if you've been in a man's life for more than 10 seconds and he's attracted to you and he really wants to be with you, girl, Carmen, you being real thirsty at this point. It's not about Eric. It's about Dakia. You don't like her. There's something in you that intimidates you about her, and so you just want to win so you can feel like you have power over Dakia, which is ridiculous. I love Dakia. I would be friends with her in real life. Sabrina's the other woman. Demetrius and Troy. Demetrius was like, well, I guess he feels like he's, you know, he has a thing for Sabrina, let the best man win, and I'm usually the best man. I'm like, Demetrius, go get your eyebrows done. Carmen, Clifton said Carmen, and I was like, now I know you ain't say that she had the eyes of baby Jesus, but now she the first person that you mentioned. And I was like, huh. And here's my theory. I'm gonna give you my theory on why he said that. My theory is that Clifton is full of shit. Like, I've always, like, Clifton is a cool person to say, hey bro, how you doing, what's up, friend? But he is not somebody that you will want to be boyfriend and girlfriend with. And the reason why I say that is because he's full of shit. He's not serious about anybody. Not yet. Not on this show. He is looking to see who he can, you know, have fun with, right? And Carmen gives off, I'll give it away with a 2-for-1 coupon. No offense, Carmen, but you give off, you lead with sex. And so if you're putting it on the table, Joy doesn't put it on the table as much. Let me take that back. She has sexual innuendos, but it's still a different vibe. It's a different energy that Joy leads with. Joy leads with more of a goofy vibe. Carmen literally leads with sex. And she just exudes it, right? And it's almost to the point where that's all you see with her. And I feel like Clifton feels like he has a better shot of getting some with Carmen, making Carmen number one versus, you know, Joy. Although he still likes her, right? And he even said it. He was like, but Joy's still on my list. He didn't say number one. He just said Joy's still on my list. Clifton, I see you. Who else? Oh, and Ace. Laverne likes Ace. Ace also likes Joy. He said, yeah, you know, she could go well in my rap song. I could put down bars and she could put down bars. I was like, shut up. Anyway, so the three women that the guys aren't feeling. There's a couple of names that were going out, but the two women that were put on the chopping block. AP, which I'm not surprised, and I feel like AP is probably gonna go home because she is not as good for TV as Precious would be, because Precious was sounding like an old ass auntie that had been smoking Newports. I feel like Precious would give us more entertainment just from her embarrassing herself and saying inappropriate things. That's a little bit more entertaining than AP basically saying, I'm not about to be here and embarrass myself. I'm gonna get everybody in line. She's very straight-laced, very rigid. She gets up at 5 o'clock in the morning, no exceptions. She drinks her smoothie. She drinks her kale and apple smoothie every day at 5:30. She does her meditation at 6 o'clock. She does her yoga from 6 to 7. Like, she is not playing. AP is just very like, we are here to do the things. Which is nothing wrong with that. I love that. I think that's amazing. But girl, not with this Motley Crue, girl. These people, girl, no. no, girl. You came to the wrong party, girl. This not these folks, girl. This ain't them. And then the other person is Precious, that was put on a chopping block. Just because she was just being all over the place, doing too much. Just really nobody else is interested in her. No one else is interested in her. And what I thought was really funny is that Precious went up for Paul, right? She was like, nah, not my Paul. Paul treats me good. You know, he's really what I need in my life. She really defended him and kept him from being sent home. What did Uncle P say? What did Uncle P do for Precious? Not a damn thing. He did nothing. He said nothing. I was like, wow, boy, I tell you. But I mean, I'm not surprised. Uncle P ain't shit, so whatever. Anywho, that is my review on Ready to Love. I'm super excited about the new shows that are coming out on OWN. Love and Marriage Huntsville's coming back. Ooh, child, the drama, the mess. They dropped a trailer and I was just like, what? Say what? I'm ready. And then they're also doing Love and Marriage DC, I never watched Real Housewives of Potomac. I just could feel the colorism energy on that show before it dropped. Like, excuse me, like I saw an episode, or not episode, I saw the trailer for when it first came out with like Katie and all the other women. And I was like, ooh, this is colorism waiting to happen. I'm not watching this. It was a lot going on in that, and I just wasn't here for it. So never watched it, never saw Monique, but I'm hearing really good things. And I trust Carlos King's vision of mess. And so I trust his vision of mess. So I'm so excited. I will be reviewing Love and Marriage Huntsville. I will be reviewing Love and Marriage DC. Abbott Elementary is a show that I absolutely love. I will start reviewing that. Just kind of talking through the show. What else will be on? I don't know. I have to think about it. But anyway, thank you for watching. My name is Belle. This is the Belle Perspective, and thank you for joining and watching and being a part of this growing channel. If you like what you heard, drop down in the comments, tell me what you think, talk to me, let me know what you're thinking over there, okay? Hit the like if you like the video, and also if you're feeling to or wanting to be a part of the growing channel, go ahead and hit subscribe. Yeah, so that's all I got. Again, my name is Belle. This is the Belle Perspective, and I will see you later. Bye.